If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Then everyone in Port Isolde's in danger.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Middledole?
You can start by paying attention during your lessons.
I was thinking I might pen a novel of my own, to tell the story of the hideaway.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
You saw that work of devilry on the deck, didn't you? The second fall of man is nigh.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembics gonna help us make.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Will we ever see the sky again?
Have you noticed there are more ether floods these days? Some say the skies are to blame, but then there were ether floods before all this, weren't there? Makes you wonder. Have you noticed there are more ether floods these days? Some say the skies are to blame, but then there were ether floods before all this, weren't there? Makes you
Sid, heard you were in Canva fetching young Mid.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for us than the irony hammers?
Blackthorn can seem a little dark at times, yes, but under all that soot is a heart of gold.
Oh, what is it? Be careful out there.
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to his...
Which song should we listen to?
All of them. Those imps are going to break that thing. You just watch.
You don't know what you're talking about. The odor's what gives Chance's stew its, depth. And that's what makes it so...
Lord Marquis.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid?
Welcome back, Sid.
Turns out your new squire isn't half as hapless as we thought.
Much longer do you think the skies will stay foul, Master Bardolph?
Can't rightly say. Doesn't mean we can slack off in the meantime, though, does it?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawled?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, son. All done?
To my boils if Tyre ain't around, eh?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone,
Then everyone
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head. Then mine for letting you.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Olympic's gonna help us make.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
He's a surly soaker.
If the plants here in our garden cannot draw enough nourishment from us.
A trader from across the sea once told me that on the continent they play music for their crops. Would you like that?
If the plants here in our garden cannot draw enough nourishment from the sun, we must provide it to them through alternative means. Via the soil, perhaps. If the plants here in our garden cannot draw enough nourishment from the sun,
The realm's crops are all being harvested early for fear they won't grow under these skies. Nothing's being left to go to seed.
Well, then we'll need to make certain that our seeds last.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Very well. All right.
Cole said it was an army of Akasha.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box had to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another. The orchestrion's in the tub and crown, it's always been.
Who's that?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was The stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
You reckon there's any more treasure in the Orchestrion? Only one way to find out.
Those imps are going to break that thing. Just
Let me help. I know my letters.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today? Did you learn everything you needed?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient?
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of evil.
Who's that sulking over there by the lift?
Said her name was Yote. A friend of Sid's, you think?
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can? Those who encountered this Morble in Rosaria claim it was as large as a house. Think of all the ether it must have consumed to attain such a prodigious size. Its vines will be bursting with untold vigor. Those who encountered this Morble in Rosaria claim it was as large as a house. Think of all the ether it must have consumed to attain such
A trader from across the sea once told me that on the continent they play music for it.
He's a surly soaker.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've
Go on then. They're all waiting for
She can't kick this up.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did. Say whatever you must, but get her to rest. I'm not physical enough to fill her shoes should we lose her.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this. If it was me lying there, I know he'd do me the same kindness.
It will take me some time to prepare the other ingredients. Time enough for you to make for the old road north of Lostwing and return with that eye.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Best of luck out there, Sid. How may I help you today, Clive? Come again. I may have more for you.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Be heading back to Canver soon. You let us know if you need an escort.
Sorry to drag you into this again. You're the only one he'll open up to.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Bloody hell, Clive. this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
I'm in and out of Tabor all the time on postings. Never made the trip to Dravozd, though. What if it's full of surly gits?
Yep. Look, I said I'll go, and I will, but that doesn't make this a good idea. Zoltan will have turned the old of Dravozd against me. They won't be welcoming us with open arms. Look, I said I got Zoltan. So, will it be?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've plenty. Guide you in your search.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Come again. Or don't.
Much bothered either way.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Get him!
Hopefully one won't be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
lie, Ambrosia.
was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.